Hoopers, it's Amy from Hoopersonic, and I'm here to bring you another recap video for a combo that we did over the course of 2 weeks during our Wednesday morning hoop class called Hula Hoop Combo Flow. So now I'm going to just do the combo from the back so you can see the other side of things. So let's start with the very beginning of that combo, which was the goddess walk. It's really accessible and easy for all levels. The only thing I'm really going to go over here is the footing. So I'm holding the hoop in my right hand side, and I'm just going to twist it in towards my body, towards my thighs. And as I'm twisting it in, I'm going to start with my left leg. So it's in my right hand. Left leg is going to step forward as we bring this space towards it. Then we're going to bring the hoop back out, but we can't do that until we step with our right leg. So it's just alternating legs. So as we're twisting it out, we're going to step all the way through with our right leg. And then we're just going to do that move over again where we're pulling it in, but we won't be able to pull it in all the way until we move our left leg out of the way. So I'm going to walk forward, shifting the weight into my right leg and stepping forward through the hoop. So the only thing about this, I would say, is timing your steps with turning the hoop in and out. This is all you're doing on the right hand side. You can do this in both hands, so whatever hand you're most comfortable with, but for the sake of this combo, we're starting it in our right. I'm holding it out to my right side. I'm coming in, stepping in with my left, and then I'm stepping forward with my right. So I'm just shifting the weight from one foot to another. I also really enjoy doing this with a little crossover step. Crossing, so you can make it a little more sassy and fun. And that is the goddess walk. Once we do this 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's when we're going to start pushing the hoop up with our right hand. So I'm going to push it up. It's pretty simple. Instead of pulling it up, we're pushing with our index finger and almost rolling it. As I do this movement, I'm going to turn towards my left-hand side and grab the hoop with my free left hand. So my free hand is going to grab the hoop. I'm going to let go so I can turn around. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to turn around. So I'm just going to let go with my right hand. And now I've got it in my left hand, and the hoop is between my legs. I'm going to drive it around to the left as I turn now, another quarter turn. I'm going to transfer hands again. And as I transfer hands, I'm going to step out with that left. Now I've done a 3/4 turn and I'm in my right hand, ready to do that chest roll. From this position, let's do this one more time. Pushing it up, grabbing with my left, letting go with my right, passing it back to my right, removing left hand and left leg. We started here in this position here. We did a 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. After doing my 3/4 turn to my left, I'm going to be in my right hand ready to do my chest roll. If I'm facing this way, then it's going to come right at my face. So as I begin my chest roll, I'm going to release and turn. And as I do that turn, I'm going to watch my hoop go across my chest. Watch that hoop go from point A to point B. Looking at it, go all the way this way. Hopefully you nailed that chest roll and your palm facing up in your left hand. because this is where we're going to do that fold forward or that fall forward with the hoop, and we're going to go into a wrap escalator or reverse contact escalator, whatever you want to call it. It's totally up to you. So we're holding in our left hand and we're going to let the weight of the hoop fall forward. We're going to give it a little bit of encouragement to continue on that path. A lot of the times I see people go back and then they'll try to send it around the front of their neck, but you're going for the back. The momentum is going behind your body and then down. When you come up, that momentum is still going in that direction. Just a couple of pointers to remember. When you wrap your escalator, you're going to have to raise your hand up. I like to think of touching my shoulder to my ear. So you can even start with your shoulder touched to your ear, and then you can even give it a little bit of a push around in towards your armpit. Remember, you want it to be as vertical as possible on the way down. You can start it at a horizontal if you want, as long as you come up here and it's going on a nice vertical path down, then you should be okay. So I like to hold it away from my face. We're going around the back and over the forearm. And then it's going to go one more time backwards, and as it goes backwards, I'm going to gently lift my arm. So the shoulder is going towards the ear, and you're really reaching your fingers towards the sky. After this reverse wrap escalator or contact escalator, you're going to end up here, either with a foot in or a foot out. It doesn't matter. You want to try to keep your 2 feet in. You can use your hip to bring it down. So when you're talking about contact escalators, you're starting them a lot lower. So the lower you start your escalators, the more you're going to need help from either your leg or your hip on the opposite side. When I release with this hand, and it's on its trajectory down, as soon as it starts to cross onto my right side, I'm going to bring my right leg up, and then that will help stop the hoop and give me a second to use the same hand that I served with to regrip my hoop and pull it out to the side. So we wrap around, lift, and bring it out. You can also help stop the hoop or give yourself a little extra time to get your hand down there by using your hip. So you really got to push it out to the side to help control the hoop on the way down. It's a little more dancey and hippie, which is fun. So I really enjoy playing with using your hips to bring it down rather than the leg. As it's coming down, again, you're thinking it's going around, and as it's coming around the same side, you're just going to stick your hip out. So instead of lifting your leg, you're just going to stick your hip out. And we're ready to move to the next transition. We are going to go into a wedgie. I'm then going to take my right leg, kick it out front and around. But as I do that, I'm going to push my hoop over towards my right hand and bow. So I will break it down, left or right foot out, slide it around. Maybe you can even like drag it on the floor. And as you do that towards the back, you can bow forward and push your hoop all the way to the leg that all the weight is in, which is your left leg. And then you can grab it with your right and stand up and bring your legs back together. Now my thighs have the hoop in between. You want to make sure it's not up too high, kind of mid-thigh if possible. From here, we're going to do our wedgie kick-up. With wedgie kick-ups, it seems to be very common that the issue is it getting stuck on the leg. So the issue is that your foot is likely too far away from your body. It's natural to want to kick out and bring your foot out to the side. So if you're doing wedgies, kind of the classic back and forth wedgie, then the kick up might be, you know, something you've been struggling with. It's okay. It's probably just a positioning problem. So my leg here is still out to the side, But if you notice, the difference from now than what I was doing before is that the back of my foot is basically touching the back of my leg. You can totally do this up against a wall if balance is an issue for you. If we're here in that starting wedgie position, I am going to push my legs to the side, just as if I'm doing a regular wedgie. The difference is bringing that foot up super, super quick to the back of your leg. If you're already doing this wedgie motion, your hoop wants to go up. Now it's just a matter of bringing your foot into that hoop. It does happen quickly, and you may find that you're getting a little bit of bruising on your legs. But let's be honest, hula hooping is really a dangerous sport. People think it's a toy. It's not. Just to recap, we're going to be pushing our right knee towards the left side of our body, and we're going to bring the top of our foot to the back of this knee. I'm starting with my toes on the floor. If I bring my foot down to the floor, I don't have as good of a hold on it. It's up against my thigh. I've got my toes on the floor. I'm going to get ready to squeeze the hoop in my thighs here. So I'm squeezing, but my right knee is going to go all the way to the left side. The next thing I'm going to work on doing is bringing the back of my foot to my knee. Don't worry if it doesn't go up high. You can work on that. Just put your hands out ready to protect yourself. Once we do our kick up, we're going to capture the hoop and we're going to hinge it off of our body and back on. When I do this, I like to turn because it hides some of the transitions that I'm going to do with my hands. Right now my hands are inside because I was protecting my face. Now I'm just going to turn, so I'm almost going to like coin roll out of it. Right? So the hoop is pushing into the right side of my body and it's hinging off to the left. And as the hoop is going to the left, I'm going to follow it and I'm going to then transfer my left hand to be palm facing the inside of the hoop and bringing it down for a vortex. I'm swiping that hoop down and across, diagonally across the front of my body and bringing it around. So as I've done this, as I finish this, I'm going to take my right hand and bring it to my tailbone to capture the hoop there. And then I'm just going to pass it. I'm going to smear the back of my body, of my torso, smearing the back to keep my hand close to my body. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to lift up. Okay, so it might look a little messy. If you are practicing it, you can totally practice it just like that and then transfer into a lasso. But you can work on making it a little better as you go along. We're folding off the body, spinning so that the hand is now for palm facing the inside of the hoop, bringing it down and up. You can pop that as much as you want. The more speed you get, the cleaner it'll be. I'm into lasso now. And we're gonna finish this off by turning and capturing into a sustained spin. And as we get our elbows above the hoop, we're then going to flip it over into a jacket. If you know me, you know I love me a jacket pose. So there are many things that you can do from this pose as well, but that is where we're going to end the combo today. If you're interested in taking one of my classes or an online private lesson, you can check me out at www.hoopersonic.com. Thanks for tuning in.